guys, my name is Jimani, and if you don't know me, hi. If you do know me, welcome back. So, today's title is The Boiling Water Test, a story that will change how you see life. Let's get into it. Have you ever faced a problem so big that it made you believe life is unfair? I have. What if I told you the answer to every problem is far more simpler than you think? Sometimes all it takes is a story. A simple story to remind you that power to rise again has always been within you. Let's get into it again. Step 1. The struggle. There was once a young boy named John who lived in a quiet village surrounded by mountains and rivers. He was kind, hardworking, and full of dreams. But lately, life has been testing in every possible way. His crops failed because of the dry season. His best friend had moved away to another town, and despite his efforts, nothing seemed to go right. Each morning, when he looked at the sunrise, instead of feeling hope, he felt growing emptiness. One day, he sat by the riverside, throwing stones into the lake, his heart with heavy questions. His father, an old wise man named Stephen, saw him from afar and quietly sat beside him, saying a word. Stephen was his son, full of worry and fear and frustration. After a few minutes, he finally, gently, asked, Son, what troubles you so deeply? John sighed. Father, I don't understand life. I try to go good, I try to be good. I try to work hard. Yet life keeps pushing me down. Every time I fix one problem, another one appears. I feel like I'm drowning, Stephen. Step 2. The silence lesson. Stephen listened carefully. He didn't interrupt. He simply nodded, as if he once knew that pain too. Then he stood up slowly and said, Come with me to the kitchen, my son. I want to show you something. John followed him, puzzled but curious. Inside the small kitchen, his father placed 3 pots of water on fire. In the first pot, he placed a carrot. In the second, an egg. In the third, a handful of coffee powder. As the waters began to boil, the room filled with sounds of bubbling water, soft crackle of firewood. The silence was heavy but meaningful. Step 3. The transformation. After a while, Stephen turned off the flame and carefully lifted the carrot, the egg, and the coffee. He placed them on each in front of John and asked, My son, what do you see? John frowned. a carrot, an egg, and coffee. He replied unsure of what his father was trying to show him. Stephen smiled. Look closer. Look closer. He handed the carrot to John and said, touch it. John pressed it between his fingers. It was soft and weak. And then his father handed him the egg. He said, break it. John cracked it open and saw it was hard and firm. Finally, Stephen lifted the cup of coffee, its aroma filling the air. Now take a sip, Stephen said. John took a small sip, and the warmth spread through him. The water had changed completely. It had turned into something new. The wisdom. Stephen looked at him with calm eyes and said, each of these faced the same boiling water, the same problem, the same struggle, but each reacted differently. The carrot went strong, full of life, but came out soft and weak. It lost its strength when the heat came. The egg went fragile, with tender heart, but came out hard and stiff. The heart made it through, closed and unfeeling. But the coffee powder, they did something magical. They didn't let the water break them. Instead, they transformed the water itself. They turned the problem into something beautiful. Coffee. John sat quietly, thinking deeply. The truth revealed. His father continued, my son, life problems are like boiling water. They don't appear to destroy you, but they appear to reveal who you are truly. You cannot control the fire, but you can choose how you respond to it. Stephen then pointed towards the mountain, visible through the window. You see that river? The river carved its path not by strength, but by persistence. Problems will test your patience, your courage, and your faith. But inside every difficulty lies a simple truth. The solutions begin with you. Step 6. The final question. He placed a hand on John's shoulder. When life tests you, ask yourself, will I be a carrot and become weak? Will I become the egg and that becomes hard? Or the coffee that transforms everything around it? Change how you see it, and life changes with it. Remember, strength isn't avoiding the fire, it's learning to turn off into coffee. Step 7. The awakening. John looked at the coffee once more. He understood for the first time in a long while. He felt peace. He realized that life was not against him. It was shaping him. The ending. Stories like this remind you that the power to rise, heal, and growth has always been with you. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more inspirational stories like this. See you next video. Bye!